welcome to Maddening Overload! My name is Simon from High Play Games, and today we are looking at a live quick look / review of Maddening Overload, a game made by Game Maker Studio, which I so nearly bought on the Steam sale. A couple of weeks ago, something like that. I don't know, it was great. I bought lots of things. I didn't buy that though. But I had already bought. People would quite like to, or what people can do with Game Maker Studio. But I think the biggest problem with Game Maker Studio is the fact that it's called Game Maker Studio, because it makes it sound massively. So one of the things with Maddening Overload is you can completely change the layout of the game that you play, because the game that you play is actually extraordinarily simple and a very good one-trick pony. Very recently they've just added local and online multiplayer, but let's go for arcade first. So the idea is that you constantly run, don't fall off, don't hit anything that is a spike, and just see how long you can survive and for how far you can survive. That's the game. Each time you play, it is randomly generated, so sometimes you'll get something that is massively harder than another time, like immediately. And if you take too long, if you hit something, you die. If you fall off, you die. If you take too long to get around something that the yellow thing then catches up with you, which is obviously different colour depending on the theme that you pick, you die! So it really is a how long can I keep going type thing. And this has actually gone shockingly well so far. This is like on course for being one of my best ever. I'm sure it won't last. I will do something ridiculous and die. Not like that. So, just so you can see on the randomly generated, let's see what we've got this time around. That seemed ridiculously harsh. So early on. I've been quite lucky with what they've given me actually on these random generated ones this time round. So there are a couple of other game mechanics that come into play in this. It's not. So this is the double or second wind as it's called. If you get too close to the mark, which I just missed out on then, because I pulled away, it's not quite running at full pace, the yellow thing, but it does get faster as you go on. See, now I get second wind, and that enables you a quick boost to get away from things. Which is just as much of a hindrance sometimes as a help, because if you're really having to negotiate around something massively tricky, like this will... Ah! No! See what I mean? So, dead on a spike, splashed forever. So you can see my best is 2 minutes and 1 second. Actually, end that run. So I can change the theme so that people can see how it looks on other because this is the theme that it starts up in. Although I wish that the spikes were in red, not grey. Just for ease, I think. I do like the fact that you can change the colours on that. Very good for your colour blinds. People struggle with it. Although clearly spikes don't go near. This is game logic, unless you're playing something like Herald's Action or whatever it is. Ah! It's a little easier on the eye. The green for a pickup sometimes is good, so you're like, oh, that. So, I do find that the music is suitably bland enough that it doesn't really annoy you when you're playing this game. This is the kind of game that you're not gonna be playing at for like literally hours on end. It does definitely have that one more goddamn go because it's really annoying me feel to it. It really does. The other thing I'll say is that sometimes it takes a while to get used to the physics of the jumping. Oh, that's a bit loud. So because of the way how I'm not having that as a go. So sometimes because of the way how when things are getting really close, you can see how like the level really flies out when you get caught on a jump that lets you do a little double. Like that skill in being able to land something like that, especially when you're dealing with really small platforms and having to go at pace. Sometimes that's mega difficult to do. That was ridiculous. And sometimes there's a little bit of input lag in there, I think. But your brain does adjust to that quite quickly. If there is an input lag, it's because you're leaving it right to the last minute to pull off. So actually, is it lag, or am I just being too slow? I'm never quite sure with some of them. But the fact that like that was mega harsh. But the fact that I question whether or not there is lag or not sometimes on the button. Sometimes I feel like the deaths aren't always my fault. Unlike that one. So there's not just arcade mode. You also have challenge mode. And there are quite a lot of challenges in here. You can see I've got up to about 30 of them at the moment. 100. 101. So what they do is they just change some of the mechanics of them for somewhat. So on this one, Survivor for 60 seconds. As long as I just survive for 60 seconds, I clear that challenge. So this is actually a relatively straightforward. It's not straightforward. But the concept of just like that one felt like that was like a button for me. So the concept of just surviving is a simple one. Hello CJC. Hey, I'm new here. I don't think you're new, CJ. Okay, so that challenge is complete. Another one. So sometimes it makes you hop all the way round, which is really annoying because then you have to time your jumps. So if you hold down the jump button, then obviously you're doing bigger jumps. Cheek, you love it. Right. Oh, yeah. No! Right, again. So, hopping is quite a common challenge that they give you on challenge mode. And along with going at like double speed in terms of running, or double speed with the with the death ray coming round. I don't know if I actually give it a name. Yay! Okay, so obtain 3-second wins. So that's where you do one of these. Ooh. Wow, that was more luck than judgment on that one. Survive 35 seconds at double speed, so there you can see just how quick things start to get. So none of this, as far as I've seen anyway, happens in the arcade mode, like all of these little extras. So that's why the challenge mode is quite interesting. It does give you some longevity. Now I've not played any of the local or online multiplayer stuff. Oh. But, yeah. Oh, piss off. If you enjoy rage quitting, this may not be the game for you. So, they can see, like, without stopping, so you just constantly run forward. So I've 7 seconds, so on and so forth. So, it's the same few challenges, it's just that they get longer and longer and longer. It's always quiet in here, no one ever joins my chat, DJC. Because I play stupidly obscure games. Right. Plus this is only a quick look anyway, so... I just want to see how... Anyone online? Yes. Sorry, CJC, no one bothers with my games. Well, actually, no, it's not a lie. I have had some followers randomly join. When you're new to Twitch, people come to you. If no one's going to join me online, we'll call this quick overview of Maddening Overload a wrap. Maybe even a bagel. Oh God. What are you doing? But no, it looks like no one's going to come online for this one, so I'm going to wrap up Maddening Overload. You'll know if you like it or not. As I said, pop over to Twitch and sign up for Hardline Games so that you know when I'm online. Normally every Sunday I'll do something live, push it to the YouTube channel after. But until then, you guys take care of yourself. And I'm gonna polish off the leftovers of last night's takeaway. Happy bridal! Bye!